It was a bright morning in Tokyo. The city was busy, and the sound of cars filled the air. Kenji Kuro, the young detective, was walking to school with his best friend, Rina Mori. Rina laughed and said, "Kenji, you're always thinking about crimes. Can't you just enjoy the sunshine?" Kenji smiled. "Every moment can hide a mystery, Rina, even a sunny day." They arrived at Tropical Land, a new amusement park full of laughter and excitement. The roller coaster, Silver Dragon, roared above them. People screamed with joy and fear. Rina pulled Kenji's arm. "Let's go on it. Come on, detective. Don't be scared." Kenji nodded with a grin. A challenge accepted. "Let's see if this ride can scare me." They climbed into the roller coaster. The wind was cool, the track high above the park. But behind them sat a strange couple wearing black hats and sunglasses. Kenji glanced at them. Something about their cold silence made his instincts sharpen. As the coaster sped down, a scream pierced the air, but this one wasn't for fun. The woman in black beside them was dead, her head slumped forward. Rina gasped, "Kenji, what happened?" Kenji's eyes were serious. This was murder. When the ride stopped, the police arrived. Inspector Moro took control of the scene. "Kenji Kuro, the high school detective," the inspector said. "You again, huh?" Kenji bowed slightly. "Good morning, Inspector. I just happened to be here." He examined the body quickly. No blood, no wound. "Maybe poison," Rina whispered. "Kenji, why would anyone do that on a ride?" "Because it's perfect," Kenji said softly. "The victim screams, but no one notices. Everyone screams on a roller coaster." Inspector Moro sighed. "Always one step ahead of us, huh, Kuro?" Kenji smiled faintly. "Not ahead, sir, just observant." As they left the scene, Rina noticed something odd to men in black talking near the exit. Their voices were low, but Kenji could read their lips. One said, "The deal failed. We'll handle it." Kenji whispered to Rina, "Stay here. I'll check something." He followed the men carefully, staying behind a fence near the closed area of the park. The taller man pulled out a small black case. Inside was a strange silver bottle. Kenji's eyes narrowed. "What is that? Some kind of drug deal?" He took out his phone and tried to take a picture, but suddenly, a hand hit him from behind. Kenji fell to the ground. Everything went dark. The shorter man smirked. He saw too much. "Give him the test drug." The taller man nodded, opening the silver bottle. "This isn't tested yet." "Doesn't matter. If he dies, no problem," the shorter one said coldly. They forced the pill into Kenji's mouth. Pain spread through his body, fire burning in his veins. He gasped and tried to stand, but everything around him seemed to grow: trees, fences, the ground. No, it wasn't the world growing. He was shrinking. Kenji Kuro's body was now small, the size of a child. He touched his face, shocked. What happened to me?" Footsteps came closer. The men were returning to check. Kenji crawled under a fence, running with all his strength. The taller man looked around. "Where did he go?" "He's gone. Forget it. The drug works." "Interesting," the other replied with a dark grin. Kenji ran and ran until he reached the park's exit, breathing hard. He looked at his tiny hands again. "No one will believe me like this." Then he heard a familiar voice, Rina's. "Kenji, where are you?" He hid behind a bench. "I can't let her see me like this. Not yet." As he thought of what to do, his heart raced. The detective was now trapped in a child's body. And thus began the new life of Kenji Kuro, the boy detective. But first, he had to survive the night. Kenji ran through the narrow streets, his tiny legs moving as fast as possible. Cars passed by, big and dangerous. He had to hide quickly behind a trash can. I need help, he whispered. Only Dr. Atlas can fix this. Kenji remembered Dr. Atlas' laboratory, full of strange gadgets and mysterious inventions. He crawled over fences, jumped over puddles, and ran past barking dogs. Finally, he reached the lab's garden, tiny and exhausted. Dr. Atlas was outside, working on a small robot. "Hello? Who's there?" he asked. Kenji jumped on the table. "Dr. Atlas, it's me, Kenji. I was shrunk by the Obsidian Syndicate." Dr. Atlas blinked. "Kenji?" That tiny voice. Could it be? He picked Kenji up gently. "Yes. They gave me a strange drug. I need your help before they find me again." Dr. Atlas examined the silver bottle. A new shrinking serum. Very dangerous." Kenji climbed onto a chair. "Can you reverse it? I need to be normal again." The doctor nodded. "I think I can, but it will take time and careful work." Kenji watched nervously. "I don't have much time. The syndicate is after me." Dr. Atlas smiled. "Don't worry. I have some gadgets to protect you while I prepare the antidote." He activated a small mechanical shield that moved around Kenji like a tiny force field. Kenji looked amazed. "Wow! You always invent incredible things, Dr. Atlas." The doctor chuckled. "You've inspired many inventions. Now, let's focus on you." Kenji explained everything he saw on the roller coaster, the men in black, and the silver bottle. Dr. Atlas listened carefully. "We need to understand the drug first. Its chemical formula might be complex." Kenji frowned. "Then what should we do? They might come back soon." Dr. Atlas picked up a tiny magnifying glass. "We will work quickly, my boy. Don't worry." Kenji watched the lab equipment, test tubes, microscopes, strange glowing machines. "This looks complicated," Kenji said, "but I trust you. You always find solutions." The doctor started mixing chemicals carefully. "One wrong step could be dangerous, Kenji." Kenji nodded, tiny hands trembling. "I understand. Just, please, make me normal again." Outside, the syndicate's black car slowly drove past the lab. Kenji froze. "They are here," Kenji whispered. "They are checking everywhere." Dr. Atlas activated a smoke device, filling the lab with thick mist. "They won't see us here." Kenji hid behind a stack of books, heart pounding. Every sound seemed loud and frightening. The syndicate's men peered into the lab windows. "Where is he?" one asked angrily. The doctor adjusted the formula. "Almost ready." "Kenji, stay still. This will work." Kenji's voice trembled. "I hope so. I can't stay small forever." A small vial glowed blue in Dr. Atlas' hand. "This is the antidote. One sip, and you'll return." Kenji took a deep breath. "Here goes nothing." He drank the liquid. Warmth spread through his tiny body. Slowly, he grew taller. Kenji's hands and legs expanded. His height returned to normal. He looked at Dr. Atlas. "It worked. I'm back." "Thank you, doctor." Dr. Atlas smiled. "Be careful next time, Kenji. The syndicate is still dangerous." Kenji nodded, determination in his eyes. "I will catch them. No one hurts people on my watch." Rina called from outside the lab. "Kenji, are you okay? I was so worried." Kenji waved. "I'm fine, Rina. Let's talk outside. But stay alert." The syndicate drove away, unaware their plan failed. Kenji's secret was safe, for now. Kenji looked at Dr. Atlas. "Next time, I need to be ready before they attack." The doctor nodded. "Yes, Kenji. And together, we will stop them." Kenji and Rina left the lab quietly. "We need a plan to catch the syndicate," Kenji said. Rina nodded. But they are very careful. How will we find them? Kenji thought. We must watch their moves, learn their secrets, and act smart. They hid behind parked cars, watching the syndicate's black cars moving in the city. A man in a dark coat got out of the car, carrying a briefcase. Kenji recognized him from the roller coaster. They are delivering something, Kenji whispered. Maybe the same drug they used on me. Rina covered her mouth. Be careful. They will notice us if we are too close. Kenji nodded. We will follow from a distance. Stay low and quiet. The man entered a tall building. Kenji and Rina waited in the shadow. Kenji whispered, "This place looks important. Maybe their headquarters." Suddenly, a small camera light blinked. They are watching, Kenji said. Rina grabbed Kenji's arm. We need another way. They can see us. Kenji looked around. There is an alley. We can sneak in and see through the windows. They carefully moved into the alley, hiding behind boxes and trash cans. Kenji peered through a window. Inside, he saw men in black suits examining papers and vials. They are planning something, Kenji whispered. We must remember everything. Rina pointed. Look, they are marking addresses on a map. Kenji took out his notebook. This will help Dr. Atlas and me to stop them later. Suddenly, a dog barked loudly outside. Shh, Kenji said, hiding behind a barrel. The syndicate noticed something. Check outside, one man ordered. Kenji and Rina held their breath. The men walked past the alley, not noticing them. Once safe, Kenji whispered, that was close. Too close. Rina smiled nervously. You always get into danger, Kenji. Kenji laughed softly. That's why I need you, Rina. We make a good team. They returned to Dr. Atlas' lab to report what they saw. Dr. Atlas examined their notes. Good work. This will help us predict their next move. Kenji felt proud. We are one step closer to stopping them. The doctor handed Kenji a small gadget. This will help you in the field, but be careful. Kenji held the device tightly. I will. I promise to catch the syndicate. Suddenly, the phone rang. Dr. Atlas picked it up. Hello? Oh, I see. Kenji looked curious. Who is it? Doctor? Dr. Atlas frowned. It's news about the syndicate. They moved again. We must hurry. Kenji grabbed his coat. Then we move too. No time to waste. Rina nodded. Let's go. Together, we can solve this. Outside, the city lights shone bright. Kenji felt a new energy. He would not give up. He whispered to himself, no matter how small the danger, I will be a great detective. Rina smiled. Let's catch them before anyone else gets hurt. Kenji nodded. Yes, the syndicate will learn that Kenji Kuro never quits. They disappeared into the night, ready for their next investigation. Kenji and Rina reached the syndicate building. We need to enter quietly, Kenji said. Rina nodded. I see a side door. It is slightly open. They slipped inside, staying in the shadows. The room smelled like chemicals. Kenji whispered, look at those shelves. They have vials and papers. Important evidence. Rina carefully moved closer. Be careful. One wrong step, and they will catch us. Kenji examined a table. These notes talk about the shrinking drug. They tested it on children. Rina gasped. That is terrible. We must stop them. Kenji found a folder with maps and numbers. This can help the police track them. Suddenly, they heard footsteps. Hide, Kenji whispered, pulling Rina behind a shelf. Two syndicate men walked past, talking. Make sure the next shipment is ready, one said. Kenji held his breath. Rina covered his mouth. Stay calm. Once safe, Kenji said, we need to get the evidence and leave quickly. Rina nodded. I can carry the folder. Let's go. They crept through the hallways, careful not to make any noise. Kenji saw a security camera. We need to avoid that. Follow me. He pressed a small device from Dr. Atlas. The camera blinked and turned off. Good. They reached the exit. Rina whispered, almost there. Stay low. Suddenly, a guard turned the corner. Stop! He shouted. Kenji grabbed a rope and swung it, tripping the guard. Quick, go! He shouted. They ran down the alley, folder in hand, hearts racing. Kenji whispered, we did it. We have the evidence. Now we must go to the police. Rina smiled. We are small, but smart. The syndicate cannot stop us. Kenji nodded. Yes, we will protect the city and catch all of them. They reached a safe place and examined the folder. Maps, vials, and notes explained the syndicate's plans. Rina said, this is enough for Inspector Moro to take action. Kenji smiled. We worked together and did the right thing. Rina laughed softly. Even small detectives can solve big mysteries. Kenji looked at the city lights. This is only the beginning. We must stay alert. Rina nodded. Tomorrow, we continue. The syndicate will not rest. Kenji whispered, no matter how small we are, courage makes us strong. Together, they vanished into the night, ready for the next challenge. Next morning, Kenji woke up early. Rina, we need a plan to stop the syndicate. Rina nodded. Yes, Inspector Moro will help us if we show the evidence. Kenji packed the folder carefully. This contains all the syndicate's secrets. Rina looked worried. They may try to find us. We must be careful. Kenji smiled. Even small detectives can be clever. We must act smart. They went to the police station, staying hidden from the streets. Inspector Moro greeted them. What do you have there, Kenji? Kenji handed the folder. Evidence of the syndicate's experiments and plans. Inspector Moro opened it carefully. This is shocking. You two risked a lot. Rina said, we must stop them before more children are harmed. Kenji added, we found maps, chemicals, and test records. They will try again soon. Inspector Moro nodded. Good work. We will prepare a raid tonight. Kenji whispered, we can help from the inside. I know their tricks. Rina looked at Kenji. Are you sure? It is dangerous. Kenji smiled. I may be small, but my mind is sharp. We can do it. Inspector Moro said, we will move carefully. Follow my instructions. Kenji and Rina nodded. They were ready for the mission. At night, they arrived near the syndicate's warehouse. Shadows covered their movements. Kenji checked his small gadgets. Infrared, motion sensors, cameras. Everything works. Rina whispered, I see guards outside. We must distract them. Kenji threw a small stone to create noise. A guard ran to check. Go, quickly. They sneaked inside. Chemicals and papers filled the room. We are in, Kenji said. Rina grabbed the remaining evidence. This is all we need to prove their crimes. Suddenly, a syndicate member appeared. Hey, stop them, he shouted. Kenji pressed a small button on his gadget. Smoke filled the room. Cover your eyes, he shouted. Rina held the folder tightly. They ran through a secret passage Kenji remembered. They reached the street. Inspector Moro and his team were waiting. Good job, kids. Kenji smiled. We did it together. The syndicate cannot escape now. Rina laughed softly. Even small detectives can make a big difference. Inspector Moro said, you two were brave. The city owes you thanks. Kenji looked at the warehouse. This is only the start. They will try again. Rina nodded. Then we will be ready. Small but smart. Kenji whispered, tomorrow is another day. We continue our mission. Together, Kenji and Rina walked home under the moonlight, ready for new mysteries. The city was safe for now, but the Obsidian Syndicate would not give up easily.